long version of my previous two shorts. So I recorded two short videos, 3-minute short videos. And the first one was, what is gang stalking? And I gave a brief explanation, working explanation of what gang stalking is. And then the second video was who gang stalks, and I talked about what type of people gang stalk. And this will be a continuation of that, where I'm live and I will continue to talk about what gang stalking is and who gang stalks. So let's get it done right away, and then anything I say after doing the job of explaining these two things again counts as a bonus. So what is gang stalking? Gang stalking is a secret program, gang stalking program. What is gang stalking? Gang stalking is a secret program. It's a persecution program. It's a program that targets an individual, a so-called target individual, with gang stalking. Okay, and what falls into, what does that entail? Gang stalking, physical and psychological targeting, and there's varying types, forms, degrees, intensities. There's different targeting tactics, but basically, gang stalk is a secret program targeting individuals with gang stalking. Okay, so what type of targeting does a target individual get? Harassment. You get targeted with stalking, narcissistic, psychopathic abuse, and the type of gang stalk that I get, which is governmental, institutional level gang stalking, system persecution. There's physical targeting. So gang stalked target videos are targeted with government gang stalk, what I call government gang stalking. The type of gang stalking that has government involvement, and it's a program. You can expect to get targeted physically. I have. So, what is gang stalking? Gang stalk is a secret program targeting individuals, so-called target individuals, with a variety of targeting tactics. Harassment, narcissistic abuse, covert bullying, narcissistic abuse, stalking, obviously. So, a target individual targeted with gang stalking will be targeted with stalking, harassment, psychological warfare, basically. You could describe narcissistic abuse as a form of psychological warfare. And if you're targeted gang stalking, there's a program recruiting people to target you psychologically and physically. And a lot of the psychological target falls into the category of narcissistic abuse. So, what is gang stalking? It's a secret program targeting individuals with a variety of targeting tactics, different types of targeting. Harassment, stalking, TS gets stalked, harassed, poisoned. I've been targeted physically. I've been targeted with not just harassment and psychological warfare and stalking and everything else. I've been targeted physically by the program. Sprayed with chemicals and out in public. Accidents. I've been targeted physically. I don't have to get into all of that right now, different types of physical targeting. But gang stalking is a secret program targeting individuals. It's persecution. And it's similar to the Besetzung program the German government had, the Stasi, in the 70s and 80s. Now, let's get into the second part. Who gang stalks? What type of people participate in gang stalking? And get into explaining that. Well, you can go, it'll be accurate, more or less, to say all kinds, okay? Meaning what type of person participates in gang stalking? Simply all kinds. There's no fixed type, niche person, and it's only this type of person participating in gang stalking. It's not that it's only young people, like young adults, that participate in gang stalking. It's not that it's only the elderly, like pensioners. It's not that it's only women or only men. It's not that it's only black people or only white people. It's not that there's only one type of religious person. It's not that it's only atheist. It's not that it's only Muslims or only Christians or only LGBTQ people. It's not only neo-Nazis, something like this. There's all kinds of people participating in gang stalking. There's no fixed niche type of person that gang stalks. You have everything from black people, white people, Hispanics, ethnic Swedes here in Sweden where I live. You have immigrants, yes, but not only. You have the elderly. There's people in this community that are like elderly that participate in gang stalking, like pensioners. You have young adults. You have teenagers, as in teenagers participating in gang stalking. I've seen parents bring their children into the targeting, or sometimes in the supermarket, this gang stalking. Some of them are there like shopping with the kids and bring the kids in on them to the store to gang stalk on video. It's all kinds. It's all kinds of people, and it's not only one trade or profession either. Say, so what type of person gang stalks? All kinds. Now you could also go and be accurate to say only toxic, evil people gang stalks. That would be the common denominator, because anybody that's involved in this talk is going to be an evil, wicked person, say a toxic person, an antisocial person, a narcissistic person. So that is true because the behavior is the behavior. So if somebody is being recruited to be a flying monkey, and they're not an organic narcissist that has like the mental disease, quote unquote, of narcissism, but it's like they're a proxy, a flying monkey that gets recruited to target a person with narcissistic abuse. They are a narcissistic abuser, say. So, what type of people gang stalk, participate in gang stalking? All kinds, but only toxic people, say. So you can go, it's accurate to say only toxic people, a common denominator. Only bad people, see. Like evil is as evil does. So only bad people participate in gang stalking. Because you can't be a good person and do evil consistently, like extreme evil. So only bad people, okay. Now here's the point. Not all the people that participate in gang stalking are going to appear to be evil, or think that they're evil, or have other people think they're evil. But the behavior is the behavior. So doing evil is evil. So, what type of people participate in gang stalking? All kinds. And you have Christians, Christian ministries. I'm a Christian talk video, and I've seen several Christians participating in gang stalking. And it's not just run of the mill like a Christian here and there that gets recruited to target me for gang stalking, for the gang stalking program. But it's actual ministries, Christian ministries, and pastors who participate in gang stalking. But not only, there's also atheists, LGBTQ people. There's people that are vegans, there's people that are not vegans. So there's all kinds of people participating in gang stalking. Now let's get a little bit more into this. Being a taught individual, you'll have people, there'll be more people that are gang stalkers in the place that the target resides. Do you understand? Being a taught individual, I live in a certain neighborhood in this city called Oxelösund. And maybe, let's say there's around 20,000 inhabitants in the city. There's going to be more gang stalkers in the same neighborhood than generally, like other neighborhoods, I would guesstimate. Meaning, there's more gang stalkers, gang stalking agents, people for the gang stalking program, where the target lives, like the concentration, the number of gang stalkers will be higher in the block neighborhood that the target individual lives in and has been living for a while than generally in the city. So it'll be a higher concentration of gang stalkers in the same neighborhood where the target lives than other neighborhoods further out. And any place that the target frequents, you'll have gang stalkers there. Which means if there's a certain supermarket that the target frequents, you can count on the fact that the program star work to recruit people working in that store to be gang stalkers, so that they can target the target individual when they're shopping. If you frequently take a cab, there will be an effort by the program to recruit some of the cab drivers that work for the company that you take a cab from sometimes. Any place that the target, where the target resides and where the target frequents, you'll have more gang stalkers, statistically. And if a target moves from one city to the other, to a new neighborhood, more likely than not, there already be people in the neighborhood that they move into that are gangstalks already. And the number will grow over time. So the longer the target stays in this neighborhood, the more people will be recruited in that neighborhood to be gangstalkers. And it can also be where somebody moves out in that neighborhood. They have like a common goal. If you have a neighborhood, there's some people that live in an apartment for a few years and they move to another apartment or move into a house, get a mortgage or something like this. And it could be a gangstalker that moves in there. Like the program will send this person to be like, move into this neighborhood. So, what is gangstalking? It's a secret persecution program. And it's a program that targets individuals, so-called target individuals, with a variety of target tactics, harassment, psychological warfare, and even physical warfare if you get a type of gangstalk like that, what's like governmental, institutional. And you have everything from police officers participating in gangstalking, targeting the individual for the program, to security guards, to service people, social workers, run-of-the-mill like average Joes in the neighborhood. You have all kinds of people. And if you gangstalks still talk about that, all kinds of people. All kinds of professions, all kinds of faiths, all kinds of lack of faith, all kinds of ethnicities, all kinds of ideologies. There's no fixed type of gangstalkers. It's not that it's only vegans or only young people, or only pensioners, or only Christians, or only Muslims, or only atheists. You have all kinds of people gangstalking. And include them, not limited to Christian ministries. I'm a taught individual, and I know that there's Christian ministries that participate in gangstalking. Ministries and pastors running churches even. A lot of Christian YouTubers have been participating in gangstalking. I just made a video on TikTok in Swedish. So I started, recently I've been making more videos in Swedish. Okay. I'm making more videos in Swedish, talking to Swedish people in Swedish. Now, I'm not going to switch 100%. I'm going to keep making English content, speaking English, but now and then I'll get into speaking Swedish. So, the police have been instrumental in the persecution target I've been receiving. And the police have a facade, an image that they work to maintain, that they're good people and honorable and they're hard to the hard and soft to the soft. No, they also work to harass vulnerable individuals with autism and give them CPTSD and work to trigger it, okay? They also work to harass people already vulnerable and stressed out, like autistic Christians that are hermits, and harass them every time they go outside and stop them and harass them, things like this. So the Swedish police force are corrupt, and they are instrumental in the gangstalking. The Swedish police gangstalk people, and if the Swedish police want to take the court about what I say about online, I'd love to get in court and be able to send MP3 file to like these Swedish YouTubers to make videos on court cases, and I get a platform to talk about gangstalking in Sweden. It's like win-win. I don't live in fear of like, oh, one of these days I keep ranting about the landlord is in on it or something like this, if I would say that, or the police or security guards, like they're gonna take the court for förtal, ärekränkning or something like this, and then say that I'm lying for speaking the truth. And it's like, I'm not really loving that, but there might be some good to come out of that. A paper trail, where if I get taken out by the program 10 years from now, it'd be on the public record if there was a court case. So I don't pursue litigate. I'm not trying to get into a court case, but I thought about this, that it's like me being asked like the opposite of that, being that kind of careless and kind of eat gaff a lot of times, and not being like that and just rant and rave. It might lead to at some point that maybe the cops take me to court, or somebody that I talk about being a gangstalker. And I'm not really loving that, but something good that might come from that is to be a court case, and it's part of the public records for your request. One might be a flashback thread about autistic guy says stalked by the Swedish police for 10 years in court for defamation. And this, like, you can send contact people like these YouTubers to make videos on crime cases and be like, I was in court this and that and the MP3 recording. It's like feel free to use it or something like this. Okay, so the Swedish police are instrumental in gangstalking. They have been, in my experience, and I've been harassed and stalked by the police, and they've been played a big part in the targeting. The government gangstalking I'm talking about in Sweden, because the type of gangstalking I get is governmental. It has police involvement, the security guards. It's not just average Joes in the neighborhood. It's institutional targeting, like the Stasi program. So the Swedish police are involved in gang stalking, and if you're a target in Sweden, you should count the fact that the police will be in on it. And they're guilty of even if a target wouldn't be directly targeted by the police are still enabling the targeting because they're not doing their job in stopping crimes from happening to the individual. Because it's illegal to harass people, it's illegal to, all of the targeting tactics are illegal. So, I'm a targeted video in Sweden, and I've been targeted for more than a decade. And I'm not a gangbanger or like a criminal, but despite that, just being a Christian loner, I still get harassed by the cops all the time. And they can go to, well, Mike, 12 years ago, you were caught with a weapon in public. Okay. And then, all right. But the cops treat me as if I was like a gangbanger. Where it's like, you can't leave your house without being stopped by the cops and patted down and frisked and being treated like you're really bad. But I'm not that, see. It's like that doesn't last forever, see. That justification was like, well, Mike, you've been convicted of what crimes? Petty crimes many years ago. Okay. It was like years back I was caught with carrying a weapon concealed in public. Which is like, is that not understandable? It's like a person is being harassed and targeted every time they go outside and threatened by a group of people and targeted physically, that they would end up carrying a blade in public. Understand? It's not like a person is carrying a knife because they see or look for people to kill, but somebody being harassed and targeted. So, I'm going to talk with gang stalking, and gang stalking is real. Most online tiers are not, so beware of the fakes. There's an effort to cover up gang stalking, and I've seen more of an effort where it's almost like the program, my analysis, have realized this will get exposed. And it's like the word has gotten out and keeps getting out. So they work to get ahead of it and control with control position agents like Lisa Legg, stalked by the feds Lisa, for example. To be like, we have a person, counterintelligence agent, make them be a big voice. And it's like, yeah, here's what gang stalking is. And then directed energy weapons, see? So it's like this always like, most online target videos are fakes, and most fakes engage in one form of crazy talk or another. Crazy talk meaning they will bring up gang stalking, claim to be targeted, and then they will throw some crazy talk into the mix. Mind reading machines, they want to talk about V2K, RNM, directed energy weapons. That's a big counterintelligence agent fake TI talking point, common one. And then you can also have people that are like limited hangout, another counterintelligence agent tactic, where you can have people kind of downplay, minimize it if you don't crazy talk. So there's two types of crazy. There's like, here are some ways that fake TI counterintelligence agents operate. Common one is crazy talk. They will bring up gang stalking of target videos and then discredit it with crazy talk. They will throw some craziness into the mix. They will talk about RNM machines or V2K or brain chip implants or flat earth, or they will attach one of these crazy talking points or hype direct energy weapons to discredit top of gang stalking. Another counterintelligence agent tactic is minimization, like a limited hangout, where they have somebody pretend to expose gang stalking. Yeah, gang stalking is real, and then they will downplay it, minimize it. Like, yeah, gang stalking is psychological harassment, and it can lead to mental health problems. When in reality, the gang stalk is physical. They will food poison the target. They will work to get inside the target's home and poison the food in the fridge. They will spray chemicals on the target outside from cars. You know, like Ted Gunderson, the former head of the LFBI that was whistleblower about gang stalking, said that the program targeted him and the physical targeting. So gang stalking is not just harassment, and it doesn't just lead to psychological targeting, to psychological damage. The psychological targeting of itself will result over time in physical damage, like narcissistic abuse in of itself, if prolonged and intense enough, will cause brain damage, literally. Now, on top of that, physical effects of narcissistic psychopathic abuse, and like you'd be physically taught about being taught about psychological warfare for many years. Now, on top of that, the program will talk to you physically. If you're taught in video getting gang stalked, like I am, you get institutional government gang stalking, like deep state source gang stalking. You'll get physically tolerant. I talked about this before. So there's different types of gang stalking. And there's people that talk about gang stalking, upload videos, talk about gang stalking on YouTube. And they're not talking about government gang stalking, deep, like institutional gang stalking. But the type of gang stalk I get is governmental, like the Stasi Sursetzung program, you can read about on Wikipedia, where the German government had a secret program called Sursetzung, and the Stasi was involved in it. So there's government gang stalking, and then there's non-government gang stalking. So what would an example of gang stalking be that's non-governmental? Well, workplace bullying, for example, could be gang stalking. Understand? So here's non-governmental gang stalking. Let's invent like a scenario that would be non-governmental gang stalking. Let's say you're being workplace bullied. A target is being workplace bullied. And then the people are like the mob, the bullies at the workplace, gang stalking. No, it starts workplace bullying. The person in the workplace is being workplace bullied by people at work. And then let's say this group of bullies sometimes drives past the target's house and honk their horn, or like do wrong number calls to the person, and sometimes like figures out where the person does the shopping and like end up following them there or something. So that would be non-governmental gang stalking. Or another like example that's like unlikely, but in Sweden they have like support groups that they have football fans like AIK or Hammarby, Bayern. And I had growing up I had a childhood fair that was like related to football. And it's like he'd be like this type of sports team and hate the other one, kind of tribalistic. So anyway, it's the point. But let's say there's like football support groups, like hooligan firms or almost hooligans, and the type of people that are like really sold out to this sports team, football team, and it's like another Swedish football team, and they like Hammarby fans hate AIK fans, and AIK fans hate Hammarby fans, and and let's say a person would switch teams and go from being like a AIK supporter to Hammarby, and then like the AIK supporters would be like, yeah, this guy's a scumbag, switch teams, and they start like on the way home from football matches, nobody guy lives, and it's like they throw toilet paper on his house, and they start like spamming harassment calls to him, and they end up like showing up where he is and harassing. There will be gang stalking, a bunch of people stalking him and harassing him, but it wouldn't be government gang stalking. Okay, so the type of target that I get gang stalking, it's government gang stalking, but it's a secret program called gangstalkathon videos that recruits people to be agents or flying monkeys and target video with harassment, psychological warfare, and even physical warfare. So gang stalk is real. And when I started, so I was thinking, it's like let's finish the points, like the main points I want to make, and I kind of talk for maybe around 30 minutes, and we're approaching 30 minutes at 25 minutes 56 seconds live. And as usual, I don't need a script or prepare a plan what I'm saying. Just click record or live and talk. And I mean, if you can't do that, you don't know something well enough. It's like if you can't just off the top of your head teach something or talk about something, you don't know what to talk about well enough. Understand? If I want to make a video on gang stalking and speak about what it is, I need 2 weeks to write a script and have teleprompter and this and that. It's like you don't know what you don't know what you're trying to teach well enough. Now possibly I could waste the call of my videos if I started preparing and have like a script and things like this. And one of the ways it could be higher quality is easy to make it be short. Where it's like you feel whatever. Someone wrote, "Oh, you're okay, brother." First of all, you're not my brother. Secondly, And I'm back. Yeah. So what happened was I was going to click to get a screenshot, because you put on my phone, you click the volume down and the power button at the same time to get a screenshot. Okay. And what happened is my time was off, so it minimized the stream. And I'm back, and now I have this bug error where the screen is black, even though I'm live, so I can't see what the camera is seeing. Normally it's like a mirror where you can see yourself as you're talking live streaming. And now it's just black, so I don't know what the camera is showing right now. Let's turn to this. Yeah, so that person that came in is a cyber stalker, work for the gangstalking program. I can tell from the behavior. And let's talk about that too. So cyber stalkers told me online, and people generally, gang stalkers told me online, they work in tandem with the real world gang stalkers. Like, for example, let's say I had a landlord contract deployment scheduled for next Thursday for them to come check my radiators, because I have been complaining that the radiators are not hard anymore, and I book a landlord contractor to have some people come, like repair people, come check my radiators, maybe let out the air or whatever you gotta do. And the problem could be like, let's work to create a sensitization theme for being able to use the repair people with narcissist abuse tactics on him next time he comes they're in his apartment. So let's work to sensitize him by having people go, "Are you okay? Okay, Mike, are you okay?" Like when I'm on camera, they work to be like subtle gaslighting and like insinuate like you sound crazy or something wrong with you, by having people, cyber stalkers, start as a pattern of behavior, come to my chat and like, "Are you okay? What's wrong?" or something like this. Even though I'm like calm, cool, collected, and not acting out at the moment. Like, "Are you okay? What's wrong?" or something like this. Okay. And they're working to like create a theme where it's like I go live, I have an open chat, and then people come in, cyber stalkers, "Are you okay?" Okay. And then keep doing this, so it'd be like a sensitization theme, like a pattern of behavior flying monkeys do. And then next time I have somebody in my apartment as a flying monkey, they can go like, "Are you okay today?" And it's like, do you understand? So that can help them to be more subtle in the real world stalking. It's like they work to sensitize you to certain triggers and certain words online, and then people in real life can use these things. So yeah, that's a cyber stalker and the gaslighting. As a matter of fact, yesterday I was live streaming. That stream is privatized right now. And I talked about how I have been looking at a YouTube channel about humiliation rituals, and that applies to gang stalking. And then there were some people on that channel that were, I answered a comment there, where it's like, the person made a video where it's like, fake concern. Understand, they made a video about people talking with fake concern. It's like, "I'm worried about you, are you okay?" and things like this. And then what would you have it? It's like within a week, I'm live on my channel, and a cyber stalker shows up in my chat asking, "Are you okay?" This is narcissist abuse tactics. Less than 4 days ago, I was looking at a video about talking like fake concern, and somebody left a comment on the video about people asking if you're okay, and I go, well, a lot of times when people ask if you're okay, it's a subtle form of gaslighting. See, it's a subtle form of gaslighting. So actually, you're busted, and I'm gonna show it, because this is intended to make me look paranoid and irrational, because I can tell somebody's talking to me, but other people can't tell. So since I had the ability to show what I'm talking about, I'm gonna do it. So we start by going to watch my own stream to see which camera is being used. Yes, okay. So here we go. Humiliation rituals. Okay, so it's a channel that got on my radar recently. I've been watching the videos, and it's relevant to me being a taught individual, the topics discussed. Fake concern as a humiliation ritual 2 days ago. And you can see that I watched this video. And let's click the video. Once someone asked me, is everything okay with you? And let's click on, I'm trying to find my comment, newest. Let's scroll down. Are you feeling okay? You look tired. And this is a little bit tedious, but I'm looking to find the comment that I left. I have a sort of online gangstalk, but I don't think anyone will believe me. Well, I'm a person who's online gangstalked, torrent video, live streaming. So I know that goes on. I can't vouch for the person. It's called gaslighting. Anyway, I responded to a comment here. And I'm trying to find the comment in question. Once I asked me, is everything okay with you? Yeah, so I had a cyber stalker show up in the chat, and they're working to create a they work to that was a gang stalker. So it's like it's sensation, like buttons to push, and that's one of the ways I get cyber stalked. Where recently I was watching this video, and part of the gang stalk I get is like a spying artist, which means if I watch a video and they might have cyber stalk show up in my chat referencing a video that I watched recently. See, and this is an example of cyber stalking here, where I watched this video as a torrent video, and it's dealing with fake concern. Okay, gaslighting, fake concern, and people telling you, gang stalkers, or just bad people with fake concern. And I responded to a comment and said, when these people ask, are you okay? That's a subtle form of gaslighting, and they can be insinuating you're crazy by asking, are you okay? So now, like within 3 days of that, oh, here's the cyber stalk show up in my chat. Are you okay, brother? And it's like so pathetic now, like desperate attempts to make me look crazy. I've developed a hostile response. Notice how it's like this is a gang stalker, and they're being controlled to use certain trigger words. See, to make me feel targeted by referencing certain things, and being able to make me look paranoid when because I'm able to detect what they're doing. I develop a hostile response to people asking, "Are you okay?" And then the person that goes, "Are you okay?" and I go, "Yeah, he's a cyberstalker." They go, "Why are you so hostile?" Say, I just asked if I'm okay. So it's like the cyberstalker in the chat here is responding to my recent activity as a Tony video, watching this video on gangstalking tactics and false concern as a way to target you. And they even like referencing comments that they know that I spent some time looking at and responding to interacting with. And it's really annoying. I'm trying to find my comment. Let's switch to sort by top. Yeah, so anyway, I'm a gangstalk on the video, and a big part of the talking is cyberstalking. And they're working to discredit me. They don't like me speaking the truth. And they're worried about me being believed, which is why they had to work to attack my credibility. So part of the online talk I get is cyberstalking. And it's designed to be subtle and designed to make people that are dumb, especially, to be like, "Oh, Mike's paranoid and crazy." Somebody just came in, asked him a question. So it's designed to make me look crazy and paranoid because the tone is very subtle. And if I can tell this is a gang stalker, because they're using a pattern. They use like they're pushing a button. There has been like a recent theme of cyber stalkers: show up and ask this, show up and say that. There's like a certain theme, a pattern of behavior that I've seen from cyber stalkers recently. And somebody sees this one video, and another one of my past videos I've been talking about, yeah, I've been taught by fake concerned people asking, "Are you okay?" And really it's about insinuating I'm crazy. And they see it happen again here. Someone shows up, "Are you okay?" And it's like, because they just see this one time it's happened, and you didn't see my previous streams I was talking about, here's the way I'm taught, that people come in asking if I'm okay, as a subtle way to target me. They're more likely to have it work on that perception management and wrongfully perceive me to be rational and paranoid and crazy. So, "Oh, Mike's paranoid, somebody just came and asked a question, since they're government agent," or so, that type of thing. But that's basically the whole target. That's the whole program. You get targeted in subtle ways. The gang soccer point targets in subtle ways, online and offline. Cyber stalkers, flying monkeys, real world flying monkey gang stalkers, online flying monkey cyber stalkers will target you on the sly in front of others, provoking you. And if you react with overt reactive aggression to their covert provocative aggression, all people see is your overt reaction. And it's easier for the program to paint you as the problem, like the person who's upset and irate and paranoid. More gaslighting. You're imagining things. Yeah, so this is, we have cyberstalks in here working to target me. So what I'm going to do is document, like screenshot the comments. And what I also like to do sometimes is they're basically working to use my comment section as a forum for smear campaign and use my comment section to discredit me and paint me as paranoid. So what I like to do is kind of get the cheese without setting up the trap. So it's like I'm already reacted to the targeting, meaning got kind of annoyed and irked, but not really crashing out, screaming and like throwing stuff at the wall. So I can document the harassment and then delete the comments, which means people watch this live replay tomorrow will not see the gang stalkers in the chat working to perception manage people and paint me as crazy. Yes, I'm a gangstalk on video. I'm targeted with gang stalking, and I've been targeted for more than a decade with gang stalking. And if you're a gangstalk on video, you get targeted online and offline in subtle ways mostly. So gang stalking is sophisticated. Government gang stalking is a sophisticated persecution that works to target you. And if you're gangstalked, a gangstalk target as I am, you get targeted both on and offline. And you're targeted with subtle harassment, subtle narcissistic abuse, and other things. So it's like covert abuse is what you're targeted with. And there's physical abuse and psychological abuse. And a target of gangstalking will be targeted with subtle abuse, discreet, covert abuse of the physical kind, and psychological kind. I'm looking for something. And I'm gonna block the cyber stalkers. And none of you can prove that I'm not being gang stalked. It's like I want to get on defensive. Can you prove you're being gang stalked? Can you prove that I'm not being gang stalked? Like obviously, if you're targeted with gang stalking and people speaking the truth, if somebody's a video and claim to be targeted with a secret persecution program called gang stalking, if they're right, would they expect that they be targeted in ways that are easy to prove? Obviously not. So you can't prove that I'm not being gang stalked. So I don't want to get on defense. Can you prove being gang stalked by something that is sophisticated by the government? And it's like you're acting as if that would be happening, it'd be easy to prove. Like, if you understand, it's like, yeah, you can't prove the gang stalk. You can prove to me this gang stalk. Like, what do you expect? If I was right that I'm talking about a secret government program called gang stalking, do you think they would be targeting me in ways that I can easily prove? No, it's going to be sophisticated and discreet and very subtle. Yeah, so I'm gonna finish up, and that is actually one of the ways I've been targeted online in YouTube streams by cyber stalkers, like a pattern of harassment. One of many ways I've been targeted is people showing up in my chat saying, "Are you okay?" It's like fake concern, like, "Are you okay?" And it's like a sort of orgasm. What really saying is like, "You are acting really crazy right now, even if you're not." And generally, the same tactic I got on other forms of it, where it's like people are acting cyber stalkers as a pattern of behavior. I've seen that. But it's like they're acting as if your behavior is a form of gaslighting. It's like super crazy, even when it's not. Okay, even when it's not. For example, one of the target attacks I got on, another form of this, other than just "Are you okay?" where it's like you act like it's like basically insinuate it's like you're really crazy right now, even though you're not. It's like you calm, cool, collected, explaining target tactics. It's like, "Are you okay? Please calm down," even if you're already calm, type of stuff. Another similar target tactic I've gotten, like long term, like here's another way I've been targeted, similar but not the same, is I'm live on YouTube and somebody comes in, "Why are you talking to yourself?" Okay, who are you talking to? See, it's like I go live on YouTube, happens several times. And it's like, especially the first minutes of streaming before, like typically the longer I stay live, the more views I get. Okay. And like after ending a stream now on like a phone stream on YouTube, they give like the metrics, like wrap up. And it shows you got these many views. You were live for 40 minutes, got these many views, these many likes, these many new subscribers from this stream. And it's like a curve where it shows the view count from the start of the stream to the end. And if I look at it, it's like the longer I'm live, the more viewers I get. Okay, so a lot of times the beginning of the stream, I'm not having a lot of people tune in, and then somebody shows up as I'm live streaming and talk about something. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna talk the video, talk about gangstalk or whatever I'm doing, and then people show up, somebody shows up, cyberstalker. Who are you talking to? Why are you talking to yourself? See, there are people show up in my chat asking, why are you talking to yourself as I'm live doing a live stream, talk about something, or do you understand? Why are you talking to yourself? Or who are you talking to? Or, and it's like it's the same type of general attack. It's like they're acting as if your behavior is irrational and crazy. It's like, who are you talking to? Do you understand? It's like that's another tone attack I got. It's like I go live, mics are live, and I start talking. I'm producing live content. Yeah, so it's me, mics are here. Today I've been doing this. Whatever I'm doing like a live log, talk about my day. Yeah, so I just woke up, had my supplements. Maybe I'll go live later tonight, playing video games, and then somebody shows up writing, who are you talking to? Question mark. Or you're talking to yourself. So the act is if it's crazy for a person to go live on YouTube and produce live content. Okay. Like what do you expect? But it's like I'm gonna end the stream if I don't have a lot of viewers. If you're live streaming, you're producing a video live. Do you understand? So even if I would get 0 viewers, I go live for 3 minutes and talk about something. End the stream. After ending the stream, it's a video on my channel, and somebody might watch the live stream of me talking yesterday. But that's not a time type I got it. And what I'm expecting is next time I have somebody in my home that's a cyberstalker, let's say it's a landlord contractor comes to fix something, they ask like, are you okay? Or something like this. Say, are you okay? And that might be what they're working towards. To be able to have a flying monkey target me in the room, suddenly they work to create a sensation scene to be like, yeah, next time Mike has a service person come to his home who's a gangstalker. We had them ask, are you okay? Or something like this. Are you okay, Mike? Or they could be even more subtle, where it's like, how are you today? Or something like this. Do you understand? It's like they can be working to sensitize me to be able to even more subtle. They want to be able to be super subtle when they have flying monkeys in the flash target me. And part of how they work to sensitize me to certain themes and words and questions that they can use flying monkeys in real life gangstalks are talking with is to create a sensation, like a button to push. Work to get this to be like a sore button to push, targeting him by having people ask, are you okay? Who are you talking to over time? So that they can be more subtle in the real world stalking. It's like, let's have a flying monkey just asking, are you okay, Mike? And it's like, I've been harassed by that for a long time online as a pattern of behavior. So it's like, gang stalking is not just online, okay? I'm a gang stalker on the video and I'm targeted by flying monkeys. They work for the gang stalker on both on and offline. And that's the truth. That's the truth. So anyway, I saw that some people clicked the like button. Not a lot of people, but some people had. More than one person. So thanks to the people that left the like on the stream. And don't expect to like keep liking my content. If you're a person who's like tuned in and say, oh, like this guy, it's like, well, more likely than not, you're gonna see me crashing out and ranting and raving. It might be you might not feel that way forever. Anyway, I gotta finish up the video. I'm a gangstalker on the video living also in Sweden. I taught the video talk with gangstalker. I've been taught for more than a decade. Spread the video. Bye.